Okay. So let's start lying down, any comfortable position for you. So just a reminder as we go through our practice today to listen to your body. Only do what's comfortable for you. Come out of a pose if it doesn't feel good or feel right. And then join us again whenever you are ready. So noticing your breath. What do you notice about the quality of your breath today? Are you breathing deeply? Or maybe is your breath shallow? What do you notice about the timing of the inhales and the exhales? Timing as in length. Notice if it feels like you are trying to control your breath or if you are just breathing naturally. And I invite you to notice what's going on inside. What's going on in your mind? Notice maybe what's going on emotionally for you right now. Excuse me. And perhaps notice if something is dictating your emotions. Maybe something that happened to you is making you feel a certain way. And there's no judgment. We're just noticing these things. And I have a reason for this. Okay. So our class today is based on a quote. The appearance of things change according to the emotions. And thus we see magic and beauty in them, while the magic and beauty are really in ourselves. This quote reminds us that the external world and internal experience are not always aligned. Whether we see a magical and beautiful world has more to do with the emotional lens we're looking through than anything else. We can create our own meaning, magic, and beauty, but we have to believe that it's in our power to do so. So our emotions change our experience of the world. When we're happy, the world seems brighter. We notice the good. When we are troubled, the world echoes that sentiment. And we notice all the darkness. Acknowledge to yourself now how you feel today. How have you arrived on your mat? What is your mood, your energy? What are your expectations? And how does this where you are emotionally shape your practice. So finding some small movements here in fingers and toes. Perhaps your small movements become bigger movements. All right, whenever you are ready, rolling over to one side, whichever side is calling for you. And then gently making your way up to seated. Any comfortable seated position for you. Okay, and from here, we're going to start with a little bit of a warm up for the neck. So whenever you're ready, allowing the chin to come down towards the chest. And then finding kind of some half circles here. So maybe you allow the left ear to come towards the left shoulder. And then moving down across the chest and over to the other side. And just moving back and forth here. Notice what sensations you feel. Sorry if you hear my dogs. So a couple more times here. Slowly allowing your head to come back to center. And then gently bringing your head back up. We're going to find some shoulder rolls whenever you're ready. So today we'll start going the opposite direction than what we normally do. So inhale, shoulders come up towards the ears. Exhale, rolling the shoulders forward. And then rolling them back and up. And just kind of moving here at your own pace. Okay, and then let's go the opposite direction. Shoulders come up towards the ears and roll back and down the spine. All right, allowing the shoulders to remain back and down the spine. We're going to find a little bit of movement here in the chest and upper back. So whenever you're ready, arms come out to the side, shoulders roll back and down the spine. Imagine a string pulling the heart up towards the sky. And on your exhale, rounding your spine, maybe you give yourself a big hug as far as it feels comfortable. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Inhale to open the arms. And exhale to round, maybe opposite arm comes on top. And just continue moving here at your own pace. So let's go one more time in each direction. And then once that's complete for you, allowing your hands to come down by your sides. Okay, so let's bring the arms out in front. Palms of the hands come together. Bending the elbows, and then see if you can bring the elbows together. So we've kind of worked on this before. And then perhaps you're able to soften the shoulders, bring the elbows up to about shoulder height and hands away from the face. So elbows may not touch each other. That's okay. We're just moving in that direction. And then exhale, allow your chin to come down towards your chest. Keeping the chin down towards the chest, release the arms. Then gently allowing the head to come back up to center. From here, we'll bring the arms out towards the sides, palms face up. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, clasp the hands, allow the hands to come down to heart center. And then turning the palms out, rounding the spine, reaching the arms away. On your next inhale, arms reach up towards the sky, still clasped. Exhale, we're going to allow the arms to come over towards one side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, arms come over towards the other side. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, hands come down. So we're just going to find a gentle seated twist, and then we're going to get moving. So allowing the right hand to come to the left knee, left hand comes behind you. Inhale to lengthen the spine and exhale to turn. On your next inhale, lengthening your spine, and exhale, coming back to center. And then making your way over to the other side, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to turn. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to come back to center. We'll make our way into a tabletop pose, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Gripping the fingers into the earth. And we're going to find a cat-cow, but I invite you to try and move slowly through the cat-cow. So we will start with tucking the head in first, then round the upper back. Make your way down your spine towards the tailbone last. And then moving in the opposite direction, tailbone points up towards the sky. Slowly moving through your back, head comes up last. So continue moving here. I actually find this way is really challenging. So I want to go the opposite direction. But notice how your emotions right now are dictating your practice. Okay, so let's do one more in each direction. And then coming back to a tabletop pose. All right, we're going to come into child's pose, big toes together, knees apart, sitting the hips back. So perhaps the arms come out long, or maybe you place stacked fists underneath the forehead, or maybe a block, and melting your heart down towards the earth. From here, walking the hands over towards the right side of the mat. Maybe that left hand comes on top of the right. Allowing your hands to move through center and over towards the other side. Allowing the hands to come back to center. Coming into tabletop. Curling your toes under, sending the hips back and up behind you, downward dog. So in our downward dog, we start with the fingers and the hands, gripping the fingers, cupping the hands. Insides of the elbows are looking at each other. Try not to lock out the elbows. So imagine tucking your triceps, the upper arm, into your armpits. Shoulders roll back and down. Send the hips back. And then heels do not have to come to the earth. So keep as much of a bend in your knees as feels comfortable here. Soften your neck. Okay, and whenever you're ready, making your way towards the front of your mat into a forward fold. Feet are hip distance apart. Again, as much of a bend in your knees as you need here. Allow the upper body to dangle. Maybe clasping your hands behind your head, tucking the elbows in by your sides, and just find a gentle pull here with the hands, allowing the chin, allowing the chin to come in towards the chest. Only if it feels good. Okay, releasing the hands down. Let's come into a halfway lift so we don't end up lightheaded. Hands come to shins or thighs, flat back here. Find equal weight in the four corners of your feet. Allow the crown of your head to reach forward. Draw the belly button in. Imagine a string pulling it up towards the sky. All right, allow your hands to come to your hips, and on your next inhale, come on up with a flat back. All right, so finding mountain at the top of your mat. Feet are hip distance apart, squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. Shoulders roll back and down the spine, crown of the head reaches high. So nice and active here. Okay, we're gonna move a little different today with the arms. I might forget a couple times, but I'll do my best. So arms today, rather than arms coming out towards the sides and up towards the sky, let's bring the arms up in front and then soften the shoulders back and down the spine. So extended mountain. Send the pinkies forward. Allowing your hands to come to heart center. And then with a flat back, slight bend of the knees, swan dive down. Once you come all the way down, release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. So to come up, we're going to bring the arms out by the ears. Come on up with a flat back, nice and controlled. If this doesn't feel good in your back, feel free to do it the other variation. And then we'll bring our hands down to heart center. Okay, so we're going to do that a couple more times. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up, soften the shoulders. Exhale, hands come to heart center, flat back, swan dive down, then release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bringing the arms by the ears, slight bend in the knees, reverse up, flat back, extended mountain. and exhale to heart center. So we'll do that just one more time. Inhale, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, hands to heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms by the ears, slight bend in the knees. Come on up with a flat back into extended mountain. And exhale, hands come to heart center. All right, so this time let's clasp the hands. Trying to think of how to do this. Clasp the hands, bring the arms out in front, turning the palms out like we did earlier. Maybe hard to see me. Then we're going to bring the arms up towards the sky, soften the shoulders. Okay, ready? We're going to turn and look towards the left side. So you're turning from the waist. Find a slight tuck of your tailbone, squeeze the inner thighs. Perhaps you open the heart up towards the sky. Inhale, come back to center. Release the hands down to heart center. And exhale, flat back, come down to forward fold. All right, so let's take a big step back with the right foot, lowering the right knee to the earth. Squeezing the inner thighs to rise. Shoulders soften. And just find a couple rounds of breath here. Maybe you sink and settle into this pose. You want to make sure that front knee is over the ankle and in line with the second or third toe. All right, let's find a twist here. Hand down twist. Right hand comes under the shoulder. Left hand to the thigh. Find length in your spine as you turn. Try not to collapse in on the right hand. And then perhaps that left hand reaches up towards the sky. Still squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. So especially that left leg, so we don't allow the knee to drop out. Okay, let's bring that left hand down towards the earth. We're going to step forward here into a forward fold, or however you need to get there. Bringing the arms out by the ears, bend in the knees, come on up with a flat back into extended mountain. And exhale, hands to heart center. So again, we're going to clasp our hands, turn the palms out, reach the arms up and soften the shoulders. From the waist, turn and look towards the right side. Squeeze the inner thighs for that tuck of the tailbone. Perhaps you allow the heart to open up towards the sky. Inhale, come back to center, allowing the hands to come to heart center. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Let's take a big step back here with the left foot, lowering the left knee to the earth. Squeeze the inner thighs to rise. Softening the shoulders. Hand down, twist, left hand comes to the earth, right hand to the thigh. Find length in the spine to turn. Perhaps the right hand reaches up towards the sky. Keep that right knee over the ankle. All right, right hand comes down to the earth. Maybe you curl the back toes under to lift the knee first, and then step forward into forward fold. All right, so we're going to come back to that forward fold from earlier. Clasping your hands, if it's comfortable, clasping your hands behind your head, tuck the elbows in, and gently pull on the head, tucking the chin in towards the chest. Releasing the arms. Again, we're going to find a halfway lift. Nice flat back here. And exhale, forward fold. Arms come by the ears, bend in the knees, come on up with a flat back, extended mountain. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so if this twist thing doesn't feel good for you, just bring the arms up towards the sky, however it's comfortable. All right, so clasping the hands, turning the palms out, reaching the arms up towards the sky, soften the shoulders. This time we'll turn to the right first. Slight tuck of the tailbone, squeeze the inner thighs, open the heart. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center, flat back, come to forward fold. All right, inhale, halfway lift. This time we're going to come back into a chair, sitting the hips back, slight tuck of the tailbone, arms reach up towards the sky, soften the shoulders, heart shines forward. So take a quick peek at your knees. We want to make sure they're not going past the toes. So send the knees back, send the shins back. And then we're just going to move the arms. So exhale, arms come back by your sides, reach back. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, reaching the arms back. Last one, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms reach back. Inhale, push your feet into the earth, stand up into extended mountain. Exhale, hands come down to heart center, swan diving down. Or I guess it's not a swan dive, forward fold. All right, we're going to take a big step back here with the right foot. So I invite you to find either a high lunge up on your toes or warrior one, where the right foot is on the earth, toes point up towards the top right corner of the mat. Nice wide stance wherever you are. So we want to check that front knee. Bring the arms forward and up, soften the shoulders. Taking deep inhales and long, slow exhales. Just take a moment to kind of check in, see what's going on. All right, so we're going to find that arm movement once again. So first, let's draw the belly button in. Imagine a zipper pulling up from the belly button all the way up the body. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to hinge forward, send the arms back behind us. So nice flat back here. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms reach back. Lean forward if it's comfortable. If not, just move the arms. Inhale, arms reach up. Last one. Exhale, arms reach back. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come down towards the earth, framing the front foot. Step back into your variation of a plank. So maybe it's knees down or knees up. So we want to push ourselves away from the earth. Okay, so pushing into your hands to lift the upper back. Nice flat back here. And then whenever you're ready, shifting your weight forward, tucking the elbows in by your sides and come down to the earth. So I invite you to find either baby cobra or cobra. Tops of the feet push down to the earth, lift the heart, tuck the elbows. Exhale to lower. And either reverse push up or tabletop. Downward dog. Shoulders roll back and down the spine. All right, three-legged dog. Allowing the right foot to come up towards the sky, pointing the toes down towards the earth, all 5 toes. Coming back to your downward dog and then making your way towards the front of your mat into a forward fold. Maybe the arms dangle. Maybe you clasp behind the head, or maybe hands clasp behind you. Shoulders roll back and down the spine, arms reach high. Releasing your hands here. Coming into a halfway lift. And then push into your feet. Allow the arms to come forward by the ears and come on up with a flat back, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center. I might miss a couple of those on the other side. We'll see how I do, okay? So clasping the hands, allowing the palms to face out. Arms reach up towards the sky, soften the shoulders. Turning from the waist towards the left, squeeze the inner thighs, heart opens up to the sky. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center, flat back, come on down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale back into your chair. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Soften the shoulders. We're going to find a bit of a twist here. So hands come to heart center. And if you're comfortable doing so, right elbow comes to the outside of the left thigh. Check both knees are in line with each other. And then maybe you push into the elbow to help you turn. So if you're like, I can't do this, my body doesn't do this, maybe you're just turning in your chair with your arms out to the sides. So just listen to your body today. Every day is different. Sit the hips down. Inhale, let's come back to our chair pose. Exhale, arms out in front, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale back into your chair pose once again. Finding your twist on the other side, hands to heart center, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Line up the knees, so you may have to roll the left hip back. Push into the left elbow to help you turn. Sit the hips down. Inhale, come back to your chair pose. Exhale, arms come out in front, forward fold. We're going to take a big step back with the left foot. So either warrior one stance or high lunge. Squeezing the inner thighs to rise. Drawing the belly button in. Imagine a zipper pulling all the way up towards the crown of your head. And then reaching the arms back and lean forward with a flat back. Inhale, arms reach back up towards the sky. Exhale, reaching the arms back, lean forward. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky. I don't know how many we've done. We'll do one more. Arms reach back behind you. Inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the earth. Step back into your variation of a plank pose. Shifting your weight forward, come down onto the earth, tuck the elbows. Find baby cobra or cobra. Exhale to lower. And either reverse push-up or tabletop, downward dog. Three-legged dog,
on the other side. Left foot reaches up towards the sky. Point all 5 toes down towards the earth. We have to take a little peek. Send the hips back. All right, find downward dog. Come forward into tabletop and back into child's pose. Any variation of child's pose that feels good for you. So whatever experience you have in the poses is valid. But your experience is shaped by many things apart from what is happening immediately. Your experience of each pose is shaped by your childhood, what you had for breakfast, the conversation you had right before class. Knowing this, accept your experience in each pose today. It will change tomorrow. All right, doing good. We're almost there. Let's come back into tabletop. From tabletop, let's curl the toes under, come back into downward dog. Making your way towards the front of your mat. Arms come out to this or up by the ears. Slight bend in the knees, coming up with a flat back. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Okay, so we're going to work on eagle pose. So if you wish to, you can move over to a wall or a chair or something if you would like something for balance. So in our eagle pose, one of the issues sometimes is the shoulders. So if you have any kind of shoulder issues, you have the option of either just bringing the hands together, elbows together like we did before. We want the elbows shoulder height, hands away from the face. Or maybe you just cross the hands at the shoulders. Okay. So here we go. Finding mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach up towards the sky, up by the ears. Exhale, sitting your hips back into your chair pose. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Let's cross the right knee over the left. Woo! Find a place to focus on that isn't moving. And then we'll find eagle arms. So let's start right arm out first, left arm over top, or any variation of the arms that feels good. Bending at the elbows, maybe the backs of the hands come together. Maybe wrap the hands together, soften the shoulders. Elbows shoulder height, hands away from the face. Maybe you sit a little lower. Or maybe you're just in eagle legs. Maybe it's just eagle arms. Where do you need to practice today? Woo. My eagle's flying. All right, push into the left foot. Release the legs, release the arms, come into mountain. Shaking out the legs. All right, we're going to find eagle on the other side. Inhale, arms come forward and up, soften the shoulders. Exhale, sit back into your chair pose. Slight tuck of the tailbone, lift the heart. Shifting the weight into your right foot, left knee crosses over the right. Find your variation of arms, or left arm out first, right arm over top. Woo. Let's find one more round of breath. And then push into the right foot to lift and release. Give it all a shake. Maybe you roll the shoulders back and down the spine. And then maybe you allow the arms to come out by your sides and kind of just sway the arms from side to side. All right, ready? Mountain pose at the top of your mat. Last time we do this, inhale, arms come up, out and up. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, hands to heart center, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. We're going to step one leg back and then the other and come to knees and tabletop. And then last child's pose. So your mind creates your experience, pleasurable or painful. Your mind is the veil between reality and the way you see reality. Okay, gently making your way back into your tabletop. And then we're going to come over onto our backs. So once you make your way down onto your back, we will find a happy baby. So feet come up towards the sky, knees are bent. You might grab a hold of the backs of the thighs, maybe somewhere on the lower legs or the feet, softening the shoulders, softening the knees down. Knees are coming out by the sides of your body. All right, what feels good here? Does it feel good to move or to stay still? Can you soften in the forehead, the temples, the place between the eyebrows? Can you soften your nose? Not really sure how to do that, but soften the jaw. All right, so we're going to release the feet down towards the earth. The knees are bent. All right, so a little bit of something for our hips here. Trying to decide what we're going to do. Let's do this. Let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh, activating the right foot. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you push that right knee away, or perhaps you draw the legs in closer towards you, grabbing a hold of the left leg somewhere. So we're all going to find a few rounds of breath here together, and then I'm going to give you an option. Notice where you're holding tension and see if you can soften around that area. All right, your option here is to find a leg cradle. So left hand will come to the right foot, releasing the left foot to the earth. Right arm comes around that right knee. We're going to keep the right foot active. Gently hug the knee in as much as it feels comfortable. And if it's in your body, perhaps you extend the left leg long. So it's a lying leg cradle. So this is just an option. You can stay in eye of the needle instead, our first pose there that we did. Okay, we're all going to keep the right foot active, gently release the feet down towards the earth, bringing both feet beside each other, knees are bent. Making our way over to the other side. So eye of the needle first, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh, keeping the left foot active. Perhaps you push the left thigh away or you draw the legs in closer, grabbing the right leg somewhere. Notice where you're holding tension in your head, in your face. If you're holding tension, and soften. Softening the shoulders, softening the hips. The only thing active here is that left foot. So we protect the left knee. All right, so perhaps you stay here, or right hand comes to the left foot, dropping the right knee to the earth. Left arm comes around the left leg. Give the knee a bit of a hug, keep the foot active. Perhaps the right leg comes long on the earth. And then again, soften. So it's a leg cradle. It's like cradling a baby here. Be gentle, not forcing anything, and be kind. All right, one more round of breath. And then all of us keeping the left foot active, releasing both feet to the earth, knees are bent. All right, so I will offer you a twist. If you wish to come into a different variation, you certainly can. So if you're following me, everything stays on the floor except the hips. We lift and shift the hips over towards the left side to place them down. Knees drop to the right. Arms come out to the side, palms face up towards the sky. Maybe you look to the left. Can you soften the left shoulder down towards the earth? Taking deep inhales and long, slow exhales. On your next inhale, drawing your knees back to center, repositioning your back flat on the earth. This time, hips shift over towards the right side of the mat. Knees drop to the left. Perhaps you look over the right arm. Release any tension. And connect to your breath.
Whenever this side feels complete to you, allowing your knees to come back to center, repositioning your back flat on the earth, and then finding Shavasana or any final resting shape here on the earth. Today, when you move off your mat, I invite you to move with more patience for the fluctuations of your emotions and more patience with your changing feelings toward the world. Your emotions shift and your view shifts with them. But the magic and beauty of the world is always there, waiting to be seen. Allowing your body to soften, to sink and to settle. There is nowhere you need to go, nothing you need to do, and nothing you need to change. Gently bringing your awareness back into your space. Noticing the earth beneath you. Noticing the air on your skin. What sounds do you hear in your environment? Maybe you smell something in the air. Perhaps you see light behind your eyelids. And then bringing some gentle movements into your body. Perhaps those gentle movements become bigger movements. If it's comfortable for you, rolling over to one side. And then taking a moment here to find gratitude. Maybe it's gratitude for carving out this time to take care of your body, your mind, and your heart. In your own time, making your way up to seated. And once you get there, lowering or closing your eyes. I honor this virtual space that we are in that has allowed us to come together to practice together, even though we're in different time zones. I honor all of the yogis from India and all of the teachers from around the world who have brought us this beautiful practice of yoga. And I honor all of you for being here today and for sharing your practice with me and with each other. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful evening.